What's going on, y'all? It's your boy GP, and you're rocking with me on the AquaMethodPodcast. And as always, you can follow me on Twitter, GrasshopperGP, Instagram, GrasshopperGP, both of which spelled normally, no special characters, numbers, emojis, underscores, anything crazy like that. It's GrasshopperGP, Instagram, and Twitter. Send me an email at GrasshopperGP@yahoo.com for the types of sponsorships, advertisements, questions, comments, all that good stuff. GrasshopperGP@yahoo.com is the place to do it. You're listening to this and watching this on GrasshopperGP Official. That's Grasshopper with 3 S's because when I made the account, I couldn't spell cap.
That happens.
GrasshopperGP Official with 3 S's is the YouTube account. I said you are watching this, but you're not watching this because it's only audio. And once again, I am doing this very last second because I had somebody come in here yesterday, and I overslept.
Yeah.
So that happens, and so now I'm doing it at the very last second. Once again, I think this is like my third week in 4 weeks that I've done the show on the day the show is due. So I apologize to my listeners for making late shows and stuff like that. But
hey, if it's on the day it's due, it ain't late.
Yeah, that's right. So every Saturday the show's been coming out, and I haven't missed a Saturday in a long time. This is episode 91, and yeah, man, 91
Wow.
episodes, man. It's good.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for a good long time. I'm waiting for number 100. I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do for that and keep it moving. But like I said, I overslept, so my guest was here, but I wasn't here. But he was very nice, and it was a friend of mine, old man Pierce, who's gonna talk about video games and stuff like that. But I'm gonna get him on eventually at some point. But to save the day, like he always saves the day, is Mr. Jeff, aka Cap, the showrunner, the store runner here at Ambooks 2 Comic Book Shop. So if you're in the area, please stop by at Ambooks 2. We got new comic books every Wednesday, Warhammer stuff, novels, graphic novels. What else they got, Cap?
War Machine,
board
games,
games,
role-playing stuff, dice, magic, all that fun stuff. So all kinds
magic
of stuff.
cards,
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh cards, all that good stuff. So if you're into that kind of stuff, Ambooks 2 is a place to come and hang out and have a good time and buy some stuff. And if you're not in the area, please support your local comic book shops because comic books are awesome.
Yep. And they need you to support them. If not, you know, everyone's always like, oh, you can get them a little bit cheaper online. You get a little cheaper online, which is always true. You can get them a little cheaper online, but then eventually you can only be shopping online. You never get a chance to look at a comic before you see it.
Yeah.
Because you can put your local comic shop out of business.
Yeah.
And that's just what's going to happen.
And local comic book shops, man, I don't feel like they're a relic, but I do feel like there's a nostalgic feeling that you get when you come in one.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I love comic book shops, and I love it's like with all the digital media and stuff like that, it's getting to the point where there isn't any physical anything. You know, and I don't know how you feel about that, Cap? Like a physical anything.
Man, in the case of music, I dig it.
Yeah, it makes it more convenient.
Yeah, it's much more convenient.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, in that retrospect, it's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
In the case where when you buy a physical medium and it goes out and you buy it over and over again, you know, there's certain albums that I purchased multiple times.
Yeah.
Because I burned through the cassette back in the day, CD got scratched, CD got stolen, whatever. Now I just got it all on my phone, you know, and if something happens to it, I just re-download it and I don't have to pay for it again.
Right.
Which is great. I mean, so I don't mind paying for it one last time and having a digital copy of it floating around. I'm cool with that. Comics and stuff, books.
You need to have it.
I've tried it, man. I can't do it.
Yeah, it doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel right.
It's tangible. I mean, the music was never. Music is audio. Yeah. So you don't have to have your hands on it.
Right.
The tangibility, is that even the right word? Is it a real word? But whatever.
I get you.
Yeah.
It works for me. I like it.
Yeah. I mean, I want to read a book. I want to read a comic. I don't want to look at a screen. I look at a screen enough as it is.
I feel I'm with you on that. I'm cool on digital books if it's a novel. There's no pictures. Mm-hmm. You know, if it's a comic book, I have to hold it. Yeah. You know, because you experience it better, in my opinion. Yeah. Then, but like the digital, I got a bunch of digital novels on my phone, and you know, it makes it convenient, backlit. You know, I can read it at night and all that good stuff. I think it's just it's a good thing to have in comic books. You know, the actual tangible. Yeah. Artwork and stuff like that, you appreciate it more, and it's harder to you have to zoom in, you got to pinch it.
I can't do it. I ain't got
and zoom in and all that stuff. Yeah. Like I tried because I know you don't like it, but I tried manga online, and it's not easy. But I did. I think it was Manga Fox or something like that. Something like that. They had all the Full Metal Alchemists at the time, and I was able to knock that out. But so it is convenient, but it doesn't feel real. And you gotta hope that the people who is doing the translation, if you're into the Japanese stuff, you gotta hope that the people who are doing the translation are translating right.
Right. Yeah. That's always. But yeah, I'm gonna skip gears for a second.
Okay.
Because I got something serious I want to say.
Look, Cap, I'm telling you right now. Don't you talk?
Nope. It's not what you think it is.
All right.
You thought I was gonna make a joke about Syria, but I ain't going there.
Good. Please don't.
We've had some situations pop up this week. And like I said, I don't know who's out there listening. I don't know how many listeners you got. I don't know where they are. I don't know who they are. I don't know what color they are. I don't know whatever they are. I don't care.
Right.
We had a young man this week that ended his life, killed himself. And the other young man that works for me was close with him. A very, very nice kid.
Okay.
I say kid, 21, 22-ish. I can't remember the backstory.
Yeah.
Always very friendly. Told me he loved me every time he left the store. Like every time he left. Always pulled the "what's up?" Guess what? Chicken butt thing. You know, one of that dumb joke.
No.
But he was a great young man, very sweet. He's goofy, very silly. Drove a red Mustang with great big black spots on it to make it look like a ladybug.
Okay.
That kind of guy.
Okay.
They hung out with him the night he killed himself, and everything seemed fine. Didn't let on at all. And everyone listen, again, I don't care who you are, where you're from, what you do. You know me, you don't know me, you like me, you don't like me. It don't matter. If you get to the point where you think your only option is to put a gun in your mouth and kill yourself, call somebody. Call me. Again, don't know if you like me, don't like me, don't know me. I don't care. Call.
Yeah.
Or call someone. Call a family member. Call a parent. If your parents are the problem, call a friend. Call a friend's parents.
Right.
I guarantee you somebody will remind you that you're here for a reason. That you're. It's better to be here than not.
Yeah,
because I've been through some bad crap. I've been through some messed up crap.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. There's always something better.
Right. Right.
And I've been telling everybody, just kind of reminding everybody,
it can always get better.
Everything can get better, no matter what your situation is. Hell, if you're terminal and you're going to die anyway. You still got people to say goodbye to.
Yeah,
you still got books to read, movies to see that you haven't seen yet.
Absolutely.
Make the best of it.
That's right.
Don't, especially at 21, man. I mean, at 21, you've not experienced anything. You've experienced childhood. You haven't experienced anything. You'd be surprised how much your brain, your outlook, your body, everything changes between 21 and 40. There's so many things that you get to experience in that time and get to realize how wrong you were when you were 21 and how embarrassing it is to admit that you were wrong when you were 21.
Yeah.
But it's still it's a journey that you're removing from yourself.
Yeah.
And you're also harming your loved ones and the people who care about you.
Because they got to live with it.
Right. And so that's one thing I wanted to address. There's another thing that we did last night that I also want to address. Pets.
Okay.
I got a cat.
Okay.
LaDasha Bubbles. Spelled L-E-hyphen-A-H.
Right.
Big O literal, LaDasha
That's
Bubbles.
so stupid.
Yeah. I love my cat. She's goofy as hell. The guy that lives with me had his cat that was 16 years old.
Whoa.
Very, very old cat. And her health was declining. And we got home yesterday and it was obvious she was done. She was about going.
Yeah.
And he was having a hard time getting her and wanting to take her to the vet to have her put down. And I had to explain to him two things. One, if a cat is sick and if a cat's healthy and in pain, you're going to know it because she's going to bite you, she's going to claw at you, she's going to show you. If your cat is not doing well and she's lethargic and she's in pain, you have no way of knowing.
Right.
Don't let your animal suffer because you don't know. Bring them. It may cost you $100 or $200 to go have your cat looked at and make sure she's there could be something that could be easily fixed, no problem. Hey, she's just dehydrated.
I feel you on that because you should know what you're getting into when you get an animal. that's a responsibility. You got to take care of it.
And
you know, you might have to take it to the vet every now and then.
And he takes her to the vet. He takes care of his cat.
Yeah.
So we finally got him to bring her, and the doctor was like, "Yeah, she's suffering. You know, she's not going to make it. Whether it's going to be 6 hours or tomorrow or whatever, she's not going to make it. We shouldn't let her suffer." And they injected the stuff, and she was gone within seconds. Like before he could, like by the time he gave her the injection and put the monitor, or the stethoscope on her, she was already gone. She was struggling horribly. Your animals, I was told once, your animals are in your life for a short time, but you're their entire life. You know, they spend their entire life with you, and it sounds morose, but they're depending on you to take care of them at that stage because they can't.
Right.
And if it's sometimes we just have to, you know, we have to let go, and it's hard.
Yeah.
Especially if something, you know, we've raised since a kitten or a puppy or whatever. And, you know, but take care of your animals. You know, they took care of you, and they loved on you, and they made sure you were happy. You know, make sure they're safe and healthy, and make sure when it's time for them to go, it's time, you know, that you help them go quickly, and then, you know, that happens.
Yeah.
On another serious subject.
That's very deep.
Serious.
You got deep twice.
See, I pulled it in anyway.
Don't do
I'm not bringing
Cap.
up serious.
Right. Good.
Okay.
Good, Cap.
But yeah, that's enough of that.
That's good.
It's just been one. It's been one of those weeks, man. And Chad, the gentleman just walked in, just lost a family member too. You know, we're dealing with a lot of that kind of shit around here. And if you need somebody, you just need to get away. You need to get out of your house. You're bummed out because you lost a family member. You can come sit here.
Yeah.
Come read a. You know, I'll try not to give you. If Marty's here, don't come read a book. But I'll try not to give you any shit. Come read a book. You know, come talk. You know, come. Let's talk about your family member and remember the good stuff. You know, so I told the guy that lives with me. In a month, you're gonna stop remembering what you had to do, and you're just gonna remember when she was your friend. You know, your cat, and she goofed around. The bad stuff goes away.
That's a good thing to say, Cap.
The good stuff will be there forever.
Good mentality to have. Yeah. Absolutely. Now, because see, you always play like you're a bad guy, but you ain't a bad guy. See,
I'm a bad person.
See, you keep trying to play like.
Well, no,
you keep trying to play like
I didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
I don't like people suffering, man.
Yeah.
I just don't like, especially people in pain, like the young man we had here. No one knew.
But here's the thing: he knew, like if you would have known, you could have did something, but nobody knew. And, you know, that's up to him.
Yeah, and it is, and that's what I've always been in maybe a controversial opinion. There's no such thing as a suicidal person. A suicidal person is dead. You know, a person that is actually wanting to kill them is gone. They're going to kill themselves. There's nothing you can do about it. Depression
is something, though.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, but depression, that's a totally different animal.
Right.
But the way through depression is to not stew in it. You stew in your depression, and then it gets to that point. You talk about it, you get help, you get medication. No, I'm on depression medication. I don't tell people that all the time, but I am. You know, because I've been in that dark place.
Yeah.
But I got too many people I care about. You know, I'm not gonna. Too many people that I need that
rely on me.
Yeah, that rely on me and that I need, and I got 2 boys with autism that need to be raised, and you know. But not everybody has that. And at 21, sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
You think you don't have anything.
Right.
You'd be surprised. He would be surprised when people loved him. You know how many people are hurt by him doing this because he was very well liked. You know, and I had a guy bring me cards that he borrowed from him, and I'm like, man, to return them to him. I'm like, man, you hadn't heard? He's gone, man. He killed himself. What? I said, yeah, I know. It's crazy. But enough of that. Let's talk about something else.
Right.
I saw Beauty and the Beast.
You did.
Yeah.
You told me that though.
Oh, we did?
Yeah. You said you liked it. You said Belle is your thing.
Wait, did we talk about it here? I don't know if we talked about it on here.
I think so.
Because I just saw it like a week ago, 2 weeks ago.
Okay,
yeah.
Yeah. I thought, well, maybe we talked about it.
We talked about it in person,
anticipation of it.
Yeah. Loved it.
Yeah.
And all the hoopla is exactly what I said. It was a bunch of nonsense, made-up hoopla.
Listen, you're going to have nonsense and you're going to have people being upset about things for every movie now. That's just what it is. So, I mean, that's just something you have to deal with. That's going to be controversial with everything. You know, Black Panther's coming out, next year? 2 years from now? It's going to be controversy in that there's not enough white people.
Yeah, well, no, that'll never be a controversy.
You think so?
No, that'll never be, because even if a white person feels that way, they are going to be scared to say it. And they're going to sound like an asshole for saying it. Because they are an asshole for saying it. It's the Black Panther. It takes place in Africa. He's the king of an African country. There really doesn't need to be that many white people in this.
Right. No, that's facts,
if he's here, sure, he's an American. You know.
Right.
And not that there aren't white people in Africa, but you know, the point of
Wakanda
Black Panther
is really black.
Yeah, and he is extremely proud, extremely powerful, extremely wealthy black character. He's always been a strong, positive black character.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, especially if it takes place in Wakanda, we already know the Winter Soldier's there and they're protecting him.
Yeah.
So he'll be in it. But you know, if someone says that,
and the guy in Civil War who was about to get tricked by he was trying to capture Captain America, right? Because of they already captured the Winter Soldier. That guy, I don't know if he was an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. or anything, but he was running some other agency,
right?
But he's gonna be in it too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's gonna be controversy with anything.
Yeah,
well, everything.
There'll be complaint, and then there'll be a complaint. He's not black enough. Someone will be mad. Someone will act like they're mad about something else, or they'll get someone will be mad. Someone will act mad
about something.
And whether they are or not is always up in the grass. But you know, no, the scene that the big fit about was less than a second. It was so minute. Mm-hmm. It looked like it was a joke because it's a big ballroom scene. They're dancing together, like everyone's dancing, and they just kind of come face to face, like in a swap off, like when you do the big ballrooms, everyone kind of swaps partners and stuff, and they end up face to face.
Two guys,
and it was so short, I didn't even see if they even touched each other or anything, because it was a blink of an eye. It was nothing. It was no controversy there. Of course not. It was bull. I love the movie.
Yeah,
because I love the original.
I know.
And they added some stuff in there that I really dug, like during the scene where they're singing about how wonderful Gaston is. The sidekick is paying everybody off to boost his ego, and it was just like a really cool addition that
That's dope.
They did some pretty good stuff.
That's good.
So
So Cap, I know you ain't gonna see it, but I just want to ask you: are you interested in in Ghost in the Shell?
I've read the comic.
Okay.
I've never seen the anime. And I like Masahiro Nishiro stuff. I will see. I'm not going to go see it, but I'll see it at some point.
Okay.
I won't have time to see it. It's not that I have anything against it. I just want.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Well, because I know you don't really care for the anime and the manga stuff. You know.
But yeah, Masahiro Nishiro does some good comics.
Well, look at you.
You know.
That Cap is coming around on many things today.
This is stuff I've seen years and years ago. I read years and years ago. Ghost in the Shell, Dominion Tank Police, Black Magic. I'm gonna forget one, but yeah, no, his stuff's always his storytelling is excellent. So and then it probably also helps that it was released here in America by Dark Horse. All those things were released in America by Dark Horse in a comic format without the backwards and all that stuff, so it made it a lot easier for someone like me to that doesn't like that to read it, and it wasn't so bad.
Well, I saw Ghost in the Shell, Cap, and I'm gonna give it a C on an A to F, maybe a C minus, because it's all stuff you've seen before. Existentialism. Yeah. Trying to figure out who you are in this world and what's your purpose and what's real and what's fake and stuff like that. And the Matrix already came out almost 20 years ago now.
Yeah.
So it's all stuff that you're privy to already. So I feel like they hadn't touched on anything that was new. The only thing I liked about Ghost in the Shell was that it was beautiful. It was beautiful looking.
It looks great.
It looks awesome.
Kind of like that. I own the Speed Racer Blu-ray.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because the movie was bad.
Yeah.
But man, if you want to see back when Blu-ray first hit, if you want to see what a Blu-ray could do on an HD TV, that was a movie to put in. Because man, it was pretty. Oh, it was pretty.
It did look good, man. It did look good. It was. I saw that movie and I was like, oh man, I am disappointed.
Yeah.
I was.
I don't know. I've got an Asian friend that was like, I'm really torn because on one hand, I loved it. He said it was good. I enjoyed the movie. It was good. But on my Asian hand, I'm supposed to be upset and offended.
Oh, by Ghost in the Shell? Because it's
yeah.
But Scarlett Johansson's portrayal of Major makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
At the end of the movie, there's no reason for the controversy and for the discrepancy, like for the negativity, the negative responses they got from it. And all that stuff, man. Like once you see the movie, it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
She could have been black.
It could have been anything. It's a shell.
She could have been purple.
Yeah, it's a suit. It's a shell. It can be anything you'd want. If you were told right now, we're going to give you a body that you can sit in.
And I can put my soul in my brain.
You can put everything in it.
Yeah.
Would you want to look just like you? Or would you want to try something different?
I'll be a little taller.
Yeah, you know? Exactly. You could be anything you want.
What about you, Cap?
I'd be a T-Rex.
No, Cap. I'm talking about humans.
Why did it have to be human?
Why does it have to be human? You're right, Cap. Excuse me.
I'd want to be a T-Rex. Because why not? An intelligent T-Rex?
Okay. All right. So you're an intelligent T-Rex. You like what? How tall is T-Rex? Like 10 foot, 18 foot tall?
I think they're a little bit higher. Yeah, closer to 20.
Yeah, 20 foot tall.
I've never seen one in person, so
right.
I don't know.
20 foot tall, but you don't have no thumbs no more. You can't hold nothing.
I'm a T-Rex.
But
I'll eat anything I can't hold.
But you still have a human's brain and a human level of intelligence.
Yeah.
There's still stuff you want to appreciate, even though you're a T-Rex and you can destroy everything.
Yeah.
You wouldn't just destroy everything.
Well, I'd have minions.
Okay.
I'd have people on leashes.
Fair enough.
Open the door. T-Rex coming through. Bitch. You know? It's just, yeah.
Fair enough.
No, I mean, hey, I got a couple of things about me that I've never been happy with.
Okay.
I'm chubby. I've always been chubby.
Yeah.
I'll probably always be chubby. I was at one point in my life I was skinny and I looked like I had a disease. 16, 17, I had lost a lot of weight and I looked like I was sick. And looking back, my head was too big for my body. It just looked bad.
Right.
And I got a wide nose. Man. I got a big nose. Other than that, man, I'm good.
That's what I'm saying. I like me too. You know, I wouldn't mind have been a little taller. I feel like I'm not as tall as I could have been because I didn't eat right when I was a kid.
Right.
I'm incredibly picky. So yeah, I didn't eat my vegetables. You know, could have ate more protein.
Yeah,
you know,
that's how it is.
Because my dad's tall. I mean, my dad's taller than me. My dad's probably like I guess like 5'8", 5'9", maybe. My mom's shorter than me. She's about 5'2", 5'3". You know, so I'm in the middle, you know, but I could have been a little taller, and but I would have liked to have been a little smaller, you know. I think muscle is genetic too.
Yeah.
You know, you can work on it and mold it a little better, but I think muscle is genetic.
See, I was blessed with a couple of things. It was not early in life. It came on much later, but I was blessed with charm.
Yeah.
And a sense of humor.
Fair enough.
I am not by any means over the top, like, oh my God, good looking guy. I'm chubby, but I make up for it in charm.
At least they like the chubby.
Dude, dad bod, man. Gray hair, the salt and pepper and the dad bod, you'd be amazed.
That's good, because I'm getting that dad bod, boy.
Yeah,
that belly is growing.
If I was built, it'd be bad enough. It's bad enough now. I lend people women. The only reason they have women is because I don't want them.
Stop it.
If I was also built and I apply and I appeal to that as well, man, it would be unfair.
And you got a full head of hair too.
Yeah,
that's good.
Well, most of it. I mean, it's getting a little thin in the back. But, yeah, oh well.
But speaking of women, that's something I had wanted to get to on the show. That actually was a purpose, but we're gonna get to that later. You got engaged, Cap?
Yeah.
You got engaged.
Yep. And we're doing it a little different, man. We didn't put it on Facebook. You know, we're not doing that, change the relationship status to engage so everybody don't know at once.
Yeah.
We're kind of like, when we see people, we
tell them. Was it bad
them.
for me to say that on the mic, Cap?
No.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. It's not a secret.
Okay.
But it's one of these things where when you see us, we'll tell you.
Okay.
And that way you can be excited and we can be excited again. We're thinking about doing old school, like real old school, with engagement photos.
Okay.
Like goofy engagement photos or something.
That's fine.
So yeah, it's not a secret. We're just not putting it on Facebook to where we can see each individual friend and tell them that people that weren't at the party where we did it. But yeah, you know, it's cool.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Congratulations, Cap.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Fourth engagement.
He told me that.
You know, it's the first three all included a woman giving me a ring and telling me I needed to engage. This was the first one voluntarily that I did on my own.
Okay.
You know, so, you know, it's cool.
That's good, Cap.
Yeah.
So congratulations to you.
It's great. It was her 40th birthday party.
Yeah.
She had no idea it was coming.
And how old are you, Cap? 42?
I'm 44.
44.
About to be 45.
Okay.
So, and then we did she wanted the holly dust, like the color run and stuff like that.
Okay.
She wanted to have a big holly fight, but she couldn't afford. So we surprised her with it. So proposed to her, made her cry, and then made her go change, and then attacked her with holly and water guns. So, you know, that's how we roll. we're still washing. I still got Holly on my watch. You know, my watch still got red in it. I mean, everybody who got stuck with the blue in the water and blue were stained. Like we had big old blue spots on my bag. You had to scrub it with Head and Shoulders to get it
Right. Wow.
But it was crazy. But yeah, it was good stuff.
That's good. That's good. I got invited to my second gay wedding, and I couldn't go. I think it was yesterday. No, yeah, it was yesterday. It was yesterday. So congratulations to Mary Beth and her partner.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those things. Like I know a trans girl. Like I like to call her a girl. You know, you know. A gay wedding at this point, it's a wedding.
Yeah, it's just a wedding.
Yeah.
But it's still.
I know it's to specify you didn't go to a classic. You know,
right.
You went to something cool. That's something different. Even though it's sad to say that.
I wanted to go,
right,
but I couldn't go. I would have went. I want to go to one, you know, and check it out, and because I don't think nothing's wrong with it. I honestly don't think anything's wrong with it, even from a religious standpoint. I don't think anything's wrong with it. Love is love, man.
Yeah, that's my thing. I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
you know?
love is love, man.
I can give a rat's, but.
But I just wanted to, because you mentioned your fiance, I wanted to give a shout out to.
Which I don't call. She's not my fiance. She's my fiance. Yeah, because you know everyone's got a fiance, but then you find out there's a Beyonce.
Oh.
And my girl's better than Beyonce, so she's an fiance.
That's very creative, very very stupid, very dumb, but very creative.
She thought it was funny.
I think it's funny too. I think it's funny too. I think Beyonce herself would think it's hilarious.
Probably.
You know. But speaking of music, Cap, before we get to that, that food for you?
Huh?
That food for you?
Huh?
You want to go get it?
Whenever we're done.
Okay. Because we got about 10 minutes.
That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of music, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame was yesterday, I believe.
Really?
Yep.
Man, it shows how much I'm in on things.
Right. And Tupac got elected.
Really?
Got inducted, I should say. Got inducted into the Hall of Fame. Tupac Shakur. If you don't know, I can't imagine how you couldn't know who Tupac is. He was a very famous rapper in the mid-'90s. He passed away, I think, in '96. He would have been, I believe he would have been 48 this year.
Tupac, that's when like you get a toothbrush and it comes with two of them?
You know better than that, Cap.
Or is that a two-pack?
That's
one of those things.
You just feel like being a troll, Cap.
Oh, yeah.
You feel like being a troll.
You know, I was never a fan of... I'm not a fan of hip-hop, though.
Well, I know.
So, I you know, I have no...
But could you pick
gravity.
Tupac out of a lineup if you saw a bunch of pictures of a bunch of rappers? I give you like 12 rappers. Could you pick out Tupac?
Probably.
That's what I figured.
But then again, I say that, but if he's not wearing his signature, maybe not. I don't know.
Is that a bandana?
Yeah, you know, I say I could, but then again,
that's fair enough.
You know,
I kind of want to test that. We'll have to do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it.
We'll make it a thing on a show one time.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, he got inducted, and he's one of few hip hop artists who got inducted into the
Run DMC's in there.
Run DMC is in there. Grandmaster Flash, Public Enemy, NWA got last year,
right?
And I think it's cool, but of course that's a controversy thing too because it's called the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and there's hip hop artists, but there's all kind of artists. There's soul artists, country artists.
I don't know. It's a poor choice. It's a poor choice of words to call it that.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
This is call it the Music Hall of Fame.
Yeah. And I mean, granted, rock and roll has grown to mean different things now.
Yeah.
I mean, you can.
Because James Brown was rock and roll, or Chuck Berry was rock and roll.
Yeah,
but you got Metallica. It's like two different things, you know.
But in the case of Tupac, his music was completely not quote unquote rock and roll, but it had the same mentality.
Right.
It had the same
rock star mentality.
Right. Yeah. He was still a rock star, whether he was doing rock music or not. You know, rock stars become something different now.
Yeah.
Rock and roll has become a more encompassing. Statement's not the right label.
Yeah, I feel like rock and roll. The term rock and roll is an overarching thing that refers to like classic music, like music that impacts you. Rock music is a genre of music.
Oh, right, right, exactly. I mean, yes, rock and roll was the early term for rock music,
right?
And they've shortened it because there's so many different subgenres.
Right.
But at this point, rock and roll can be anything. You know, it's as long as it's loud, controversial, you know, that's rock and roll.
It's meant to motivate. It's meant to galvanize the young people of the time.
Right. It's meant to piss off parents.
Yeah.
You know, it's meant to stir an emotion, whether good or bad emotion. It could be, either way. I mean, so it's it's probably a poor choice for a Music Hall of Fame to call it the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, because there are people because there are people that will never, especially older generations, will never. Right. Rock and roll to them will always be Chuck Berry, Elvis, Beatles. They don't want to, because as many terms have, they become something else.
Right.
Literally has now become figuratively, stuff like that. Terms become other things.
Right.
But I have no issue. There's no reason why the Ramones and Tupac and Pearl Jam
can't be in the same
and
thing.
Chuck Berry or hell, James Brown should not be in the same Music Hall of Fame, no matter what you call it. There's no reason why they shouldn't.
Right.
I mean, even as not being a fan of Tupac or Run DMC or any of the hip hop bands in there, they still are the pinnacle of their business. And
like you said, like you was referring to before, they made music that changed the lives of young people.
And changed genres, changed music.
Music history. Yeah.
I mean, how many people did you hear rapping about any type of thing, or rapping or singing or anything about anything political before Public Enemy?
Yeah,
I hadn't, and I was into a lot of odd music, but no one was singing about actual injustice.
Right.
So that I was not a fan of the type of music, but I was a fan to this day. You're still a fan of Public Enemy for trying to make a difference, not just singing about sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Right.
I'm trying to make a difference in their music.
Right. I got you.
Cool. So who else got inducted? I was totally. I know I saw something about Pearl Jam.
I think they got in there. And I know Journey is in there too.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Journey is in there.
I don't know if I've ever told you. I have a massive. People hate Nickelback. People hate different. Whoever. I hate Journey with a passion.
Yeah.
I cannot stand Journey.
When I think of Journey, I think of Steve Perry.
Yeah. And
outside of him, I think of white girls singing karaoke at the Daiquiri Supreme.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
White college girls. Shout out to the AO Pi sorority. That's all I think about.
Okay. So, small town girl living in a lonely world, took a midnight train going anywhere.
Yep.
The city boy born and raised where?
In South Detroit.
You know what South Detroit is?
What?
Canada. There's no such thing as South Detroit. Downtown Detroit is on a river. You cross the river and you're in Canada. There is no fucking downtown South Detroit.
Because Detroit, Michigan is on the upper part of Michigan. Okay. I never knew that, honestly.
And you look at a map. Downtown Detroit, you can walk about 3 miles from the center of downtown Detroit and you're at a river. There is no south of Detroit. South of Detroit is a river and then Canada. And they asked him about that and he said it sounded better. It just sounded better than singing Detroit. So he made it up. And I'm like, you can't do that. You can't make up a part of Detroit.
I couldn't do North Detroit.
Exactly. Because that exists. But no.
But I mean, like, Detroit is a major metropolitan city. There has to be a south of that city, a southern region of that city, right?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's on a river.
Okay.
Like downtown Detroit, like the center of Detroit, the city of Detroit is on a river.
Okay.
If you try to go south, you hit the river and then Canada.
Okay.
Who else is in it? I'm looking it up. Who else got inducted? Because there's always somebody that you're like, why the hell are they in there?
I can't remember.
I'm right here. Let me see inductees. ELO, who cares? Joan Baez, Journey, Pearl Jam, Tupac, yes. Nile Rodgers, excellence. Wow, what a bad class. Yeah, no, that's why I didn't know, because I didn't care.
Yeah.
There's nobody.
I didn't know either. I thought it was, for some reason, I thought it was like in May or something.
Yeah, there's nobody in there I would have cared about at all. I mean, I was a casual Pearl Jam fan.
Yeah.
I mean, but I saw them live. The only reason I saw them live is because the Ramones were opening.
I remember Pearl Jam. The only thing I remember about Pearl Jam was that they was like the rock band of when I was a kid in the 90s.
Yeah.
That was who, if you was a rock and roll fan, that's who you was listening to.
Yeah. You see, and that grunge thing, I caught a little bit of that grunge thing, like because like Soundgarden kind of prefaced it, and I dug Soundgarden already. But when the full-on grunge thing came, I checked it out and was like, okay, it's not bad, but it's not my style. but that's about the same time that Pantera put out Cowboys from Hell, and kind of almost reinvented metal. And I kind of went that way, and then I fell back in love with punk music, and that so at that point, because like Green Day started hitting stuff like that, and Rancid.
You like Green Day?
I'm not a huge fan, but it brought back the memories of the punk I dug. I mean, because the Ramones were always my favorite, and Green Day wouldn't exist if it wasn't for Ramones. They created pop punk. You know, back
it wouldn't exist if it wasn't for who?
The Ramones.
The Ramones, yeah, okay.
The Ramones were two bands. On album, they were pop punk, bubblegum, punk rock.
Really?
Live, they were a hardcore buzzsaw punk.
I didn't know
band.
that. So there's a difference.
Yeah.
Right.
They were the same band, but when they recorded for an album, it was one thing, and when they played live, it was totally different, and it was intense.
Because all I've ever seen from the Ramones was like documentaries of their live performances, and that's all I imagine of them.
1, 2, 3, 4, and go. Their albums are very bubblegum.
Really?
You know, it in today's music, it could be considered pop.
Yeah.
You know, there are Demi Lovato songs that are harder than.
Stop it, Cap.
I'm serious. That are more hard music than a lot of the Ramones albums. It's just that's Hey Pretty Girl, I Want to Be Your Boyfriend. It just bubblegum as hell. But playing live, it was intense. You know, so
who would you like to see in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, Cap?
I don't know who's in it, so I don't know. I know the Ramones are there, and that's the only thing I'm concerned about. I think if the Sex Pistols aren't there, they should be.
I think they were. I think they boycotted it.
Right. I think they put them in, but they didn't. They refused, or they didn't want to be there, or whatever.
Right.
The Sex Pistols, I'm not a huge fan of, but they certainly took what the Ramones did and made it into something different, because they created punk. They created the angry punk that the Ramones weren't doing. I mean, the Ramones were more emotional. I mean, everything that Joey wrote was very emotional. But the Sex Pistols were a joke too. They knew they couldn't play their instruments. They knew they were going to piss people off, and that was their point, to piss people off. But I don't know. I don't know who else should. Like I said, don't know who's in it. So I can only assume Hendrix got to be there.
I think he's in there. I'm almost certain he's in there.
Especially at this point where they're inducting Joan Baez, Journey, and Pearl Jam, everybody that should be in there should probably in there. Right?
In order to get in there,
it's got to be so much time before
25 years after your debut album.
So, and granted that Pearl Jam that counts to, it's well over 25 years since the first Journey album. So if they're digging that far in the barrel to induct people, who's not in it. It's kind of like the WWE Hall of Fame. Who's not in it yet?
Right.
I mean, it's after a point you run out of people.
I want Wu-Tang in there. I want the Wu-Tang Clan in there, and that first album came out in '93, so 2018 makes 25 years.
Yeah, I can see that. Again, I don't know anything about the Wu-Tang. I know zero about the Wu-Tang. I've heard zero Wu-Tang songs, but I know of their cultural significance.
Right.
So
they got to get in there.
Yeah, I don't see why not. Heck, again, Journey's in there. Wu-Tang should be.
I mean,
if Journey's in there, I should be.
I don't know enough about Journey to make a claim or to disagree or agree with you, Cap. I just know that, like I said, all I think about is white girls, sorority girls, singing on karaoke.
That's racist. It's true.
I guess
a lot of races. Not really, not at all.
I don't mean to be a pejorative. I don't mean it to be a negative. But I've never seen a black girl sing that song by Journey. Not one time. Now I'm thinking about it.
I don't do karaoke, so I don't know. It's the white girl anthem for me was the only one I've seen the karaoke twice, and both times there was some white girl singing "I Will Survive."
Really?
Yeah, I do know. I tried to sing. I went to a gay bar with a gay friend and some of her friends, and I tried to sing "Gay Bar" by Electric Six, and the DJ would not put me up there and do it. So at the end of the night, I walked by and I was like, "Man, thanks so much for." Omitting me, not calling me up. And he's like, "Well, I wasn't gonna let you get up here and make fun of us."
Yeah, that's what I thought he was thinking.
And the girl I was with was like, "Why would he do that? What? And he was like, "Oh, he's with you? Oh crap! I'm sorry. I'll get it queued up now." I was like, "Nah, dude, you missed out because I was gonna rock your socks off. You had no idea.
You missed out on the treat.
Yeah, you were gonna have oral. You were gonna have audio sex in here. I was gonna blow your mind."
Cap. I'm glad you stopped yourself when you said oral.
Yeah, audio. Yeah. It wasn't going right. But yeah, I was going to blow his mind right there. Boom. Never touch him. I was going to blow him. Blow his mind. But no. Thought I was making fun. I'm like, why would someone get up in a gay bar? Because, okay, I guess I get it. There's a stereotype about gay men being effeminate, prissy, whatever. If you're stupid enough to believe that's how all gay men are, or gay women are, you're an idiot.
Right.
Because if you think someone wouldn't get up in a gay bar and make fun of people, he wouldn't get his ass whooped. One of the baddest men I know, one of the most formidable fighters I know is a gay man. Closet. He will whoop your ass. No, I'm good.
Yeah.
Because I've spent my whole life not getting my ass whooped.
Yeah. I mean,
surprisingly, who knew? I've never been beaten up.
Stop it, Cap.
True.
But
with my mouth.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe it. But no, you shouldn't make fun of people anyway.
Yeah. I mean,
even if you can disagree with their life choices, but you don't have to.
I agree with that while I do it all the time. So I mean, I'm a hypocrite. But
you're a troll, though, Cap. You just like to do it just to antagonize people.
Okay, your place of employment. Okay. And someone got on there on the Facebook page for your place of employment.
Okay.
And just started all mad because they got some information wrong. That there was a man and a woman killed instead of two women, whatever it was. They reported the information wrong, and she was just mad. Oh, man. But her grammar was it was absolutely horrible. And I'm like, wow, your grammar's, your grasp on the English language is deplorable. Doesn't it suck to make a mistake?
Yeah. So, Cap, we went over a lot of stuff, Cap. You got really deep, and we got really silly also. So, you got any final words for the show, Cap? Because I'm wrapping it up.
Okay, I just looked at a big old plate of fried shrimp. The only serious words I got, yum. Nah, man, it's all good.
Okay, I thought you were going to say pickle barrel and kumquat, Cap.
Oh, damn. Okay, edit that. Final words, pickle barrel kumquat? Okay, never mind.
There you go.
Man, shrimp enamored me. I'm a fat guy, man. You can distract me with food. It's easy.
Thanks for being on the show, Cap. Again, last second. Yeah, I really appreciate it.
Anytime.
Like I always say, you can follow me on Twitter, GrasshopperGP, Instagram, GrasshopperGP, both of which spelled normally. No special characters, numbers, emojis, underscores, anything crazy like that. It's GrasshopperGP, Instagram, and Twitter. Send me an email at GrasshopperGP@yahoo.com for the types of sponsorships, advertisements, questions, comments, all that good stuff. GrasshopperGP@yahoo.com is the place to do it. You are listening to this on GrasshopperGP Official. That's Grasshopper with 3 S's because when I made the account, I couldn't spell. GrasshopperGP Official with 3 S's is the YouTube account. Thank y'all for once again rocking with your boy on AquaMethodPodcast. I'm sorry it's late again, but it won't be late next time. It might be late next time. I can't promise anything, but I'm going to try my best to make it not late. It's your boy.
Just don't edit.
All right. I'm glad you didn't say anything crazy. I had to go back and edit it. Yeah. So it's your boy GP, Cap, AquaMethodPodcast, episode 91. Y'all be good.